Hey, so for some reason, I was just sitting around and wondering, like, why do some flags have the gold fringe around it, especially like in government places, courtrooms, and things like that. And I did a little research and I found this site right here with this "not fooled by government." And I don't know, this I'll read it off, and it has a lot of citations from laws, regulations, different things like that, and it's pretty good from a certain time period, and it goes back. At the end of the video, I'll put in some more information about the actually early rise to why the gold fringe is on it. And it makes a lot of sense because really, until now, the only thing I knew about was the eagle or ball on top of the flagpole. So I'm going to get into this "do not be fooled by government." I guess one of their mottos is "do not be fooled by government." Don't fall for legalities that you don't understand. People are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And this gold fringe flag facts, November 22nd, 2019, by Steven. There are too many rumors about the gold fringed flag that flies in every courtroom that you are dragged into. Here's the verifiable fact from rock solid sources. The yellow fringe flag is a military flag. Understand the deceptions and do not be fooled. You have lived under martial law ever since the Civil War. There are 4 levels of martial law: military law, military government, martial law proper, and martial law rule. See U.S. Supreme Court Luther versus Borden, 48 U.S. 1 for the first 3. Then martial law rule was necessary for the 8 amendments that require Congress to enforce because they are contrary to state common law. In the U.S. Constitution, judicial courts are established. Legislative tribunals are constituted. You will only see a gold fringe flag in a legislative tribunal, even if it calls itself a court. The courts with the gold fringe flag are responsible for giving 14th Amendment citizens the 6 rights allowed by law. See 42 U.S.C. 1981 for the 6 rights. These are from the Ku Klux Klan Act of 1871, enacted by Congress 3 years after the 14th Amendment. That's right, when you decided that you didn't want the thousands of unalienable rights that government was instituted among men to secure, you were given 6 rights. Welcome to your Novus Ordo Seclorum, secular New World Order. In my article on martial law, you will find out how to recognize martial law when you see it, with more proof than you can tolerate. The laws of Congress in Title IV United States Code Section 1 describe a United States flag. There is no mention of yellow fringe. The national flag, when representing the national civil jurisdiction, has no yellow fringe on its borders. But under martial law, the yellow fringe is required. The 1925 Attorney General Opinion 34 Op. Attorney General 483. The placing of the fringe on the national flag, the dimensions of the flag, and arrangement of the stars in the Union are matters of detail not controlled by statute, but are with the discretion of the President as Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy. Ancient custom sanctions the use of fringe on the regimental colors and standards, but there seems to be no good reason or precedent for its use on other flags. The Adjutant General of the Army, March 28, 1924. 1959, President Eisenhower's Executive Order 10,834, as originally published in Federal Register at 24 FR 6865, says a military flag is a flag that has a fringed border on 3 sides. Army Regulation AR 840-10, 1st of October 1979, requires fringe to be used on their flags. 2 to 3 inches sizes and occasions for display. National flags listed below are for indoor display and for use in ceremonies and parades. For these purposes, the United States flag will be rayon banner cloth, trimmed on 3 sides with golden fringe 2.5 inches wide. It will be the same size as the flags displayed or carried with it. Authorization for indoor display. Each military courtroom. The display of yellow fringe is prohibited outside the federal military jurisdiction according to Army Regulation AR 840 10 1 C4 and 1 6 E3. 1 through 6 restrictions. The following limitations and prohibitions are applicable to flags, guidons, streamers, and components. Unauthorized use of official flags, guidons, and streamers or replicas thereof, including those presently or formerly carried by U.S. Army units by other than the office, individual, or organization for which authorized, is prohibited except as indicated in 3 below. 3 recognized United States Army Division associations, like probably Veterans of Foreign War and AMVETS or whatever. This dude got essays and Citizen Cannot Complain. He had all the footnotes. So, like, at the beginning, you see that website. Something about don't be fooled by government.com. But now, I'm going to tell you the beginnings of the gold and trim. According to the American Legion, gold fringe has been used in American flags since the 1830s. In the late 1800s, it was adopted for use in the Army. All regiments of the U.S. Army began using American flags with gold fringe around this time. The U.S. Army Regulation Code even includes a section about the gold fringe. We've seen that. According to the Regulation Code, gold fringe should be used in American flags that are displayed either indoors or outdoors. What a generalization. Of course, you look through the U.S. Flag Code, the federal law governing the display, maintenance, and retirement of the American flag. You won't find any mention of gold fringe. Neither older versions of the U.S. Flag Code nor the current version of the U.S. Flag Code mention gold fringe. Considering that the U.S. Flag Code is designed specifically for the American flag, you might be wondering why it doesn't mention anything about gold fringe. Well, unfortunately, it's not known why the U.S. Flag Code doesn't discuss the American flag's gold fringe. Could be because it's not part of the code. It's only military code. We only know that gold fringe was originally used in American flags displayed by the U.S. Army. Alright, it does mention that while the most probable theory regarding the gold fringe is that it originated in the U.S. Army, another theory is that it's used to designate admiralty courts. An admiralty court is a court system that operates under martial law. In other words, it's a military court that upholds law and order for a civilian population rather than the normal government or judicial system. You'll often discover American flags with gold fringe in courtrooms throughout the United States. However, that doesn't mean the gold fringe designates admiralty courts. There have been lawsuits filed in the past claiming the gold fringe designates admiralty courts, but all of those lawsuits have been shot down. Of course. The bottom line is, officially, gold fringe on American flag doesn't indicate anything according to them, but by regulations and law, we see that it does mean something. Even the flag's federal regulations and statutes according to what you're supposed to do with it. Whatever. You can't just leave it off or add it on, and know that even court systems that were state court systems have these gold fringe flags in it, so they're part of the military tribunals or whatever, or under martial law. And that's how easily it was for them to put us down with this Wuhan strain. Hey, I seen somewhere in the news about they leaked a bunch of bacteria out over there in China now on their own people. I don't know, maybe I'll find that story added to this, but I doubt it. Y'all should look it up yourself. I might find something on it, who knows. Alright, that's enough about the flag, and now you know we're under martial law.